Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello, my friends. I hope everybody is well today. The Sunday Night Sex Show. Yes, Alana, you're in the right place. Oh, I was like, damn it. I was muted for a moment, but now unmuted. Excellent, 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 excellent. I hope everybody's well. Oh, I owe a thank you already. Hold on. Yay. You rock my world. Thank you for becoming a member. And thank you everybody for being here. What a wonderful day. Did you guys like my hair? I did this. This is my hair. I did this. Oh, what a joyous afternoon. No, actually, I had a wonderful afternoon. Oh, KCC 2.0. Yes, 1.0, 2.0. All problems. Oh, that's sad, Alana. But you know what? In Canada, we had a different one. It was with Rona Raskin, I think her name was. But, you know, I understand. Yeah, and welcome back to KCC 2.0. Improved. You're so nice. You're so sweet. We are going to watch some court today. We also have members only coming up after that. My eyebrows are living in different time zones like they normally are. It's a bother to me when I'm looking at myself on the screen. What can you really do? I'll smoke a joint and I will deal with it. Oh, Sunday Night Sex Show was Canadian originally. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, maybe, I don't know, like I listened to Rona Raskin. Talk to me, Rona. It's a weird show too. Oh, weird. Anyways, like I was saying, I had a really good afternoon. Thanks, doggy dog. Hold on. I'll say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Hello, Christy. Hello, Christy. Hello, Christy. Chat. Say hello to Christy. Oh, you're so sweet. Are you talking about the lips or the shirt? Because the shirt is more what I would call like an orangey peach. It's one of my favorite just hangout shirts. But my lips are red. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan. Yay. Thank you. Yay. Thank you. Amazing. I hope somebody got it. Oh my God. Coral. Yes, I think it's coral. I would agree it's coral. What does it say? You got this. Oh, that reminds me. Okay. Hi, Mike. Glad to see you back. We're glad you're here. So I was talking to my daughter. She is 16 years old. She is way cooler than I ever was, but also like just a a great kid. I'm very lucky. I say that all the time. But we were talking about her nose ring. Then she was talking about a different piercing. And I said, we should go ahead and order, like, we shouldn't order like piercing stuff from Temu, even though I did. And I said, I was like, well, I ordered something for my belly button, but you know, and she goes, a kit to pierce your belly button? And I was like, no, silly, my belly button is pierced. It's still pierced. It's never going to go away. And she was like, oh, that's sort of cool. And I was like, yeah, not really. I'm not with my fat tummy. And she looked at me and she goes, don't talk like that, Mom. It is beautiful on you no matter what. And I was like, oh, thanks. And she's like, seriously, you should be proud of your body. I was like, wow, I raised her. Yeah, she wants this pierced. Is that the face taint? Whatever. She was like, you know, the last time I got something pierced, they didn't really check the ID. I could be sorry for the Creed frame. I see it happening. But you know. Anyways, yeah, she's a good kid. She's a good kid. I was frozen and now I'm not. But again, I live in, well, not really an excuse. I think it's other people using the internet, throttle them in it. I don't know. Alcohol and UVC should kill anything. Yeah, I just meant like the metal might not be very good quality, so it might not be good to put in, especially not like my piercing is older than my daughter. It would never closed up after when I took it out, and I've had it out for years and it doesn't close up. So I'm not worried about mine. It's not, there's no open wound. Do you know what I'm saying? But for, oh, I hope I'm better. But, you know, for a brand new piercing, I don't think I would put like Temu stuff in it. Yeah, no, I understand. And yeah, I think gold is probably recommended. But yeah. If you guys are just getting here, go ahead and hit that like button. It is such a great way to help me with YouTube Daddy. Oh, YouTube Daddy. YouTube Daddy. I'll tell you something. The wig that my blonde hair from Temu. I've got a couple other things, been pretty good. So I'll say that I got two bathing suits for my non-existent vacation that I'm about to have. Nickel allergy is the most common in the world. Wow. Well, I'm just talking about, especially with like fresh piercings. For again, my belly button piercing, it's literally like it's grown to the point where there's no rawness to it, you know. Anyways, let's go ahead. I might freeze up here in a moment because I'm going to click on the video to add it. So just be patient. I'm working on this new system I'm using. Remember, Streamlabs is still here. I know we forget about it, but I want to come back to Florida. Oh, look, we're going to Texas. I might have to disappear off here and let them play for a minute.
What's the name in the Spanish?
For fuck's sakes, you're joking me.
Garcia Dominguez is the name I was given.
All right, great.
And possibly Martinez. They're not sure about that one.
Okay.
I think it's a female.
All right, got it. All right.
She said she speaks English.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
All right. Are we on video?
Yes.
All right. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Vigorito. I'm the magistrate judge this morning.
Buenos días, señores y señoras. Soy el juez Vigorito. Soy el magistrado aquí esta mañana.
I'm not here to decide whether you're innocent or guilty. I'm just here to explain your charges, your rights, and your options on how to get out of jail.
No estoy aquí para decidir si es inocente o culpable. Estoy aquí para informarle los cargos que enfrenta, qué derechos tiene y las opciones que va a tener para salir de la cárcel.
All of you are charged with some type of a criminal offense based on the sworn statement of a law enforcement officer.
Todos están acusados de un delito o cargo penal basados en una denuncia bajo juramento de un agente del orden público.
That officer is swearing to enough facts that would lead a reasonable person to believe that you committed a criminal offense.
Y este agente ha presentado bajo juramento suficientes hechos como para que una persona razonable crea que usted cometió este delito.
That does not mean you've been found guilty. You're presumed innocent unless proven guilty.
Ahora, esto no quiere decir que se le haya hallado culpable. Tiene la presunción de inocencia a menos de que se pueda probar que es culpable.
You'll have an opportunity to talk to a lawyer before making any decisions on how to handle your case.
Se le va a proporcionar la oportunidad de consultar con un abogado antes de tomar alguna decisión de cómo va a manejar su caso.
If you want a copy of the statement of the police officer that's being used as the basis for your charges, you can get that from your attorney or the clerk's office in the next few days.
Si desea obtener una copia de la denuncia del agente del orden público en la cual se basan los cargos, estará disponible en los próximos días en la oficina del actuario del juzgado o puede solicitarla con su abogado.
Now, all of you are entitled to certain rights under the Constitution in any criminal case.
Ahora, todos ustedes tienen ciertos derechos constitucionales cuando enfrentan un delito.
I'm gonna go over your rights, then we'll talk about your options on how to get out of jail, and then I'm gonna call you each one by one and talk to you each about your individual situation.
Voy a presentarles los derechos que tienen, las opciones que van a tener para salir de la cárcel y después voy a llamar a cada quien uno por uno para hablar con ustedes su situación en particular.
When I call you individually, you'll have an opportunity to ask any questions you have.
Cuando yo le llame a usted individualmente es cuando tendría la oportunidad de hacer cualquier pregunta que tenga.
I'll give it to you. Hold on. I looked it up. It's and I do sort of look like, oh, the Oscars are on? And you choose them over me? Wow. Just wow. I don't know Lost Girl, but I see it now that hold on. Share a screen, share a screen, share a screen, share a screen. This one. I can see it a little bit, you know. I think the hair is what you've been talking about. Like it does. I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay, stop sharing. Stop sharing. Hide current comment. Exit out of that. And oh yeah.
On any criminal case, you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements about your case.
Oh,
Ahora,
I'm allowed
ante cualquier
I'm allowed to remain silent too, but I don't. Just letting you know.
delito o cargo penal, tiene derecho de guardar silencio y no está obligado a hacer ninguna declaración con respecto a su caso.
If you give
Oh.
up, you're
Of course, we're happy that you're here. Yay! Woohoo! Yahoo! Thank you, Chris. And yeah, always welcome. Always welcome. Thank you, Chris. You can't hear? Is it just Courtney? Is it just Courtney? I can hear me, but I can always hear me. That won't be a problem. My child, I have one child. She's old enough. She's 16. So, why is that? Okay, there. It's gone now. Jonathan is fucking with me now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go.
Right to remain silent. Whatever you say can be used against you.
Si renunciara a su derecho de guardar silencio, cualquier declaración que usted haga podría usarse como prueba en su contra.
You have the right to hire a lawyer to represent you.
Tiene derecho de contratar abogado que lo represente.
If you don't have the money to hire your own attorney, you can request a court-appointed attorney.
Si no tiene el dinero para contratar abogado particular, tiene derecho de solicitar que el juzgado le proporcione abogado de oficio.
If the police or the prosecutor want to talk to you about the facts of your case, you don't have to talk to them about it if you don't want to.
Si las autoridades o la fiscalía desea hablar con usted tocante a los hechos relacionados con el caso, usted no está obligado a hablar con ellos si no desea hacerlo.
If you choose to talk to them, you can end the interview at any time.
Si decide hablar con ellos, puede terminar con esa entrevista en el momento que desee.
And you have the right to have a lawyer present during any discussion with the police or prosecutors about your case.
Y tiene derecho de tener a su abogado presente durante cualquier discusión que se realizara ante las autoridades o la fiscalía relacionado con el caso.
You also have a right to a reasonable amount of time to talk with your lawyer before making any decisions about your case.
Como también tiene derecho a un plazo de tiempo razonable para consultar con su abogado antes de tomar alguna decisión de parte de su caso.
If you're charged with a felony, you have the right to request an examining trial.
Si se le acusara de delito grave, tiene derecho de pedir una audiencia indagatoria.
That's a preliminary hearing to argue that there's no probable cause, no reasonable basis to charge you with a crime.
Esta es una audiencia preliminar donde puede argumentar que no había motivo fundado o causa probable para fincarle este cargo.
You can talk with your lawyer about whether that option makes sense in your case.
Puede consultar con su abogado para ver si tiene sentido que solicite esta audiencia en su caso.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you need to be aware that a conviction of a criminal offense can affect your immigration status, your right to be in this country, and your ability to become a naturalized citizen in the future.
Si no es usted ciudadano estadounidense, debe saber que si se le condenara de este delito, puede impactar su estado migratorio, su derecho de permanecer en el país y su capacidad de convertirse en ciudadano naturalizado en el futuro.
Lastly, if you're not from the United States, you do have the right to request that we contact the embassy of your home country and let them know that you're here.
Y por último, si no es usted ciudadano estadounidense, tiene derecho de solicitar que contactemos a la embajada de su país de origen para hacerles saber que está aquí detenido.
Is there anybody here?
MB, there's two things that it could be. First thing is check and make sure that it didn't turn, it's like peak internet time right now. So check and make sure that it didn't turn down the quality on you on YouTube, because sometimes it does that. Second thing is I might just be blurrier than normal because of this new program that I'm using. It needs me to have wired internet in order to have 1080p. I mean, we don't really need to see me in 1080p anyways. I am not, by the way, as everybody that hates me stopping the fucking videos all the time, deal with it. But I'm not using the touch-up feature, but I'm going to turn it on right now and let's see what it does to me, okay? Oh, wow. That does change it a little bit. It just like sort of airbrushes my face. It's like it thinks I should be skinnier. Do you see the little outline here that it's not doing that part is? It's like, oh, this bitch, her face has got to be skinnier, but it's not. It's not skinny enough for this filter, I guess. That's funny. I'm turning that off. That's funny. I mean, I guess that coloration is still there. So it's not the filter. That's just like how my face looks beside my hair. Like I have a filter. Face filter. Okay, let's get going.
Who's not from the United States and you want us to contact your home embassy?
¿Hay alguna persona presente aquí que no sea de Estados Unidos y desea que contactemos a su embajada de su país?
Anybody?
¿Alguien?
No.
Yo no estoy.
No.
¿Sí?
Mexicano.
Habla fuerte.
Mexicano.
Do you want us to
Mexican.
contact? You want us to contact the Mexican consulate? Let them know that you're here in case they want to assist you or get a hold of your family?
Bueno, entonces, ¿usted quiere pedir que informemos al consulado mexicano de que está aquí detenido en caso de que quieran brindarle alguna ayuda?
Sobrino aquí está.
Okay, I didn't hear the last.
No, what? What did you say?
¿Qué fue lo que dijo? Contestó que no. ¿Y qué más dijo? Que no le escuché en voz alta.
Avisé por mi sobrino que aquí se encuentra.
Okay. No, I let my niece know she's here, so I let her know.
All right. All right. I know all of you want to get out of jail. If you're able to get out of jail, you need to make sure you show up for all your court dates.
Bien, pues sé que todos quieren lograr salir de la cárcel. Si lograra salir de la cárcel bajo fianza, asegúrese de volver a comparecer en el juzgado a todas sus próximas citas.
If you don't, you'll be rearrested. It'd be a lot more difficult for you to get out of jail once you're back here.
Porque si no lo hace, lo van a volver a arrestar y será más difícil que pueda volver a salir de nuevo.
So if you're able to get out of jail, don't throw away your paperwork. Pay attention to when you need to be in court.
Entonces, si lograra salir, preste atención a los documentos que le entreguen, no los vaya a botar para que esté al tanto de cuándo tiene que comparecer de nuevo.
There are 4 ways to get out of jail, and I'll explain each one of them.
Ahora, hay 4 formas para lograr salir de la cárcel. Voy a explicar cada una de ellas.
First way is to qualify for a personal bond.
La primera es que puede cualificar para una fianza de palabra de honor.
If you qualify for a personal bond, you'd be released for free based on your promise to come to all your court dates.
Si cualificara para la fianza de palabra de honor, puede ser liberado de manera gratuita, basado en su promesa de que volverá a comparecer a sus citas en el juzgado.
You have a bond amount set, but you wouldn't have to pay any of the bond amount in order to get out. And as long as you show up for all your court dates, you would never have to pay the bond amount.
Se le fijaría aún así una cantidad de fianza, solo que no tendría que pagar esa cantidad para poder salir de la cárcel. Y si vuelve a comparecer a todas sus próximas citas en el juzgado, nunca tendría que pagar esa cantidad.
And you would have to pay a one-time $20 or $40 personal bond fee within a week after your release, and an envelope would be attached to your paperwork to send that in.
Sí tendría que pagarse una sola vez una cuota o tarifa, ya sea de $20 a $40 dentro de una semana después de salir, y le van a dar un sobre con los documentos que le entreguen para que pueda enviar ese pago.
Actually, we'll just let them talk for a minute and I'll talk over them. Guess what? It's just instructions. Don't worry. What I was going to say, thank you. When I was wearing the wig that I have, I kept putting my hair out of my armpits and like in a different way. And I realized that's not wig behavior. That's long hair behavior, long curly hair behavior, because I've been doing the same thing. The same sort of movements. So all that tells me is that my hair is somewhat accurate to the wig style. Today's colors. Oh, you said all of the above. Oh, good. That's good. Oh, you guys are so sweet. All right, he's still talking. I'll unmute him now.
Haremos los hechos relacionados con su caso, sus antecedentes penales, sus referencias, lo que digan sus referencias y su historial de comparecencia en el juzgado. Cuando le llame por nombre, le haré saber cuál es el estatus.
You guys are my besties. Please don't take that away because I need it. I love you guys. Also, how is Ohio? Ohio, Chris Angleby, my savior and angel and friend. Be well. Love you. You're jealous? Oh, maybe I should do a review on it. I don't know. I have a hard time I have a hard time watching things sometimes. Not court, weirdly enough. Court easy. Real shows hard. Movies real hard. Hiya, Bob. Hiya, Bob. Okay. Oh, last thing, guys, tell me what you're having for dinner. I am making for dinner tonight after the stream is over, after members only is over. Yes, it'll be late. No, I don't fucking care. Yes, I eat late. Deal with it. I am making homemade smash burgers with onions smashed into them and cooked really nice, really, really thin with cheese, double cheese. And I got buns. And I like burgers that are really like well done in that sense, like skin, like really, really thin and crispy. So that is what I saw, like, I watched this weird channel called like Mr. T, I think it's called. And he does, he has, I actually think this is funny. So he has a YouTube channel where he does POV filming of his job. And he works at a kitchen, like some office building in the UK. And it's like a nice fucking like kitchen. And they obviously subsidize the Mr. T, pity the fool. No, but obviously like they subsidize the food. I've looked into it a little bit. Anyways, there's no faces ever in it. He points the camera perfectly. He's wearing it obviously. And so, but I always thought about like, because he has over 100,000 subscribers and he gets good views. So I imagine that he makes probably decent money on being a YouTuber. But he is vlogging his other job. And I just thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if he is paid less money for the job that he does, but he has to do that job because that's how he makes more money on YouTube, by vlogging the other job. Anyways, but today he did what he called Oklahoma smash burgers. And I'm not joking. It's like an hour and 10-minute POV of him serving burgers and cooking them. It's very odd, but again, I like it. I'll link it.
De esta fianza para usted.
If you qualify, you'll be released in the next few hours.
Si cualificara, podrá ser liberado en las próximas horas.
If you don't qualify, you have 3 other ways to get out of jail.
Si no cualificara, tiene 3 formas adicionales para salir de la cárcel.
Those 3 ways are you can hire a bail bondsman, you can hire a lawyer, or you can have someone come down to the jail with the full amount of the bond in cash.
Esas 3 formas serían que puede entonces contratar a una agencia de fianzas, puede contratar a abogado o puede conseguir que alguien venga aquí a la cárcel y pague la cantidad de su fianza en su totalidad en efectivo.
Now, if you go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer, it's between you and them how much they charge and what they can do for you.
Si usted va a usar los servicios de una agencia de fianzas o de un abogado particular, Entonces, lo que ellos le van a cobrar.
Okay, I have to show you guys this. Sorry. Give me 1 second here. So this is his channel. First of all, I love the thing there. But this is the burger. I am going to make these burgers just like this. He makes it look so simple. I'm sure it's not. I don't even know if it'll play. If playback doesn't begin shortly, try restarting your device. No. Pause. There we go. It won't do it because YouTube Daddy hates me and Streamlabs working together. It just cannot work. But you can see the POV I'm talking about. And that's the burger. You see how smashed it is? It won't even let me play this, by the way. I just want to point that out. StreamYard. You're going to need to see me in my office later, StreamYard. Oh, here he goes. He's going to smash one down for us. Is he? No, he's not going to work. Fuck you, Stream. Oh, see how smashed it is? Do you see how smashed it is? Can I really make it that well without a grill top? Well, my theory is that if I make them one at a time in a frying pan, it's not going to be that bad. I'm just going to smash it down into a frying pan one at a time. And that seems like a grill top to me almost. And like, of course, I want a flat, what are those called? A Blackstone grill, but I don't have them. So instead of not making smash burgers until I get one, I'm going to use a frying pan. I'll let you know how it goes. I also haven't decided what to smash them with yet. I'm thinking about a bowl. Because the only like smashing tool that I have would be a potato, whatever that is. Hi Iowa, by the way. Yeah, you missed a smash. I want to smash burgers tonight. I'm so excited about it, to be honest. I'm very excited. And like I said, I like burgers cooked that thin and well done. Not a George Foreman grill, because you don't want the ridges. You want it flat as fuck, I would say. We're looking for flat as fuck. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll say I'm going to make a short about it and then not make a short. That's a lie. I'll say I'm going to make a short about it. I will create all the videos on my phone and then forget to put them together into a short like I have with like the last 5 things that I've made. But I will videotape it. I love you guys so much. Oh, they have flat plates on the George Foreman grill? Well, then you're in fucking business. Here's the thing. What you do is you take your white onion. I'm going to have to use yellow onion because that's what I got. You're going to cut it up, and then you put the beef down, onions on top of the beef, parchment paper, smash in the pan, let it cook very, very thoroughly. 1 flip, cheese, 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 toast buns. You're golden. You're golden. There's no teeth to our beef. Oh, well, that reminds me, last thing I'll say before I continue with our court. I said before I continue with the court, ma'am. I'm still talking. Okay, so I'm driving home from the store today. I spent time with my daughter earlier today. We went shopping, we bought a couple things, and then I stopped at the store to get the stuff for the smash burgers. As I was driving, I look over at the ground beef on the seat next to me. And because I really didn't buy that much, it's literally just sitting on the seat next to me. And I'm like, would the weirdest thing in this car be a part of a dead cow? Like, it's such an odd thing to think about in its like reality wise. Like, of course, it's not weird to anybody because we know what it is, but if you just say what it is, like in its literal form, it does sound very odd. Like I'm traveling with cows, like a dead cow, part of a dead cow that I ground up. Like it's just a very weird situation. Oh, Gainesville, Florida, down in the swamp. Do you like Everglades seasoning down there, Blue Steel? I used to watch a channel that somehow convinced me to buy Everglades seasoning, and I didn't end up liking it very much, but my Nana loved it. She was like, she took both. I bought two bottles of it. She loved them. She took them both. It could be chicken. It could be, all the things.
Por usted lo tiene que negociar con ellos.
I can tell you that in Travis County, most bail bond companies tend to charge around 10% of the bond amount as their fee to get you out.
Pero puedo decirle que en el condado de Travis, la mayoría de las agencias de fianzas suelen cobrar el 10% del monto de fianza como tarifa para salir.
So for example, if your bond amount's 5,000, bail bondsmen often charge you around 500 or more as their fee to get you out.
Por ejemplo, si tiene una fianza de $5,000, entonces una agencia de fianzas le cobraría alrededor de $500 o más como tarifa para salir.
You can also go through a lawyer. An attorney can come down here and try to convince me or one of the other judges to give you a personal bond that you weren't able to get on your own.
Igualmente, puede contratar a un abogado. El abogado puede venir aquí, hablar conmigo o con el juez que esté de turno y pedir que se le otorgue esa fianza de palabra de honor si cuando la solicitó por su cuenta no se la otorgaron.
Lawyer can advocate on your behalf based on the unique facts of your case and your situation and try to get you a personal.
El abogado puede interceder a su favor basado en los hechos únicos relacionados con su caso, de su situación en particular e intentar conseguirle esa fianza de palabra de honor.
If you don't have the money to hire your own lawyer, you can request a court-appointed attorney and your court-appointed lawyer can do the same thing and try to get you out of jail.
Y si no tuviera el dinero para contratar abogado particular, puede solicitar que el juzgado le otorgue abogado de oficio y el abogado de oficio puede hacer lo mismo por usted. Puede intentar ayudarle a salir de la cárcel.
Last way to get out is to pay the full amount of the bond in cash.
Y la última forma para salir de la cárcel es que puede pagar la cantidad en su totalidad de la fianza en efectivo.
If someone comes down to the jail with the full amount of the bond, not 10%, but the full amount in cash, cashier's check, or money order, then you'll be released. And as long as you come to all your court dates at the end of your case, you'll get your money back.
Si consigue que alguien venga aquí a la cárcel y pague la cantidad en su totalidad de la fianza, no el 10%, sino que toda la cantidad en efectivo o con cheque cajero o de giro, podrá ser liberado. Y si vuelve a comparecer a todas sus citas en el juzgado, cuando se termine de procesar su caso, se le puede reembolsar ese dinero.
That's your 4 ways to get out of jail. Qualify for a personal bond, hire a bail bondsman, hire a lawyer, pay the full cash bond.
Esas son las 4 formas que hay disponibles para salir bajo fianza. Puede cualificar para la fianza de palabra de honor, puede contratar a una agencia de fianzas, puede contratar abogado o puede pagar la cantidad de la fianza en efectivo.
Regardless of which way you use, make sure you come to all your court dates or you will be rearrested.
De cualquier forma que logre salir bajo fianza, asegúrese de volver a comparecer de nuevo a todas sus citas en el juzgado, porque de no hacerlo, lo volverían a arrestar.
I'm going to call your names. I'm going to tell you your charges and your bond amount, and then I'm going to ask you whether you want a court-appointed attorney or whether you want to hire your own lawyer.
Voy a llamar ahora a cada quien por nombre, le voy a informar el cargo que enfrenta, la cantidad de fianza que tiene y le voy a preguntar si necesita pedir abogado de oficio o si usted mismo va a contratar abogado por su cuenta.
If you have any questions at that point, go ahead and ask me. I'll do my best to answer your questions.
Si tuviera cualquier pregunta en ese momento, entonces puede preguntar, puede hacer su pregunta y haré lo mejor para contestársela.
If you want to know the punishment range of the charge that you're facing, just ask me and I'll tell you.
Y si desea saber el rango de sanción o castigo para su delito, también puede preguntarme y le haré saber.
All right, Josue Garcia Dominguez.
Bueno, Josué García Domínguez.
Mr. Dominguez, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor theft.
Señor Domínguez, se le acusa de un delito menor de clase B por robo.
Your bond amount set at $1,000.
Su fianza se ha fijado en $1,000.
You also have an immigration detainer on your case.
Ahora, también en su caso, tiene usted una orden de detención de las autoridades de inmigración.
Now, what that means is that if you do post bond, rather than being released from jail, you'll be.
We will play the game starting after the Spanish interpreter is done. Oh, Jody, I'm O negative as well. I didn't know that means I need large amounts of, well, I have a colon though, thank God. But I have O negative blood. It's pretty rare.
Transferred to the immigration authorities, and they'll decide whether to deport you or not.
Esto significa que si pone la fianza, en vez de dejarlo salir, lo van a entregar con las autoridades de inmigración y ellos van a decidir si lo deportan o no.
You're not going to get a personal bond because of the immigration restriction.
No podrá recibir una fianza de palabra de honor por la restricción de la orden de
It's O negative that's universal. Okay, Crimson. But what I learned recently is that because I have O negative blood, and also like when my daughter was born, I had to have a RhoGAM shot, which stops my blood from attacking her blood because the dad's blood might be a different type of blood. And I just thought that like if my sister and I both had the same parents, that we would both have the same blood type. And so my sister became pregnant allegedly recently, and in my opinion, and so I was telling her, I was like, hey, it's no worry, but you know, you'll take this shot and it'll, you know, it's normal, but you just have to be like regular. And like I was just like, it's just something to expect, because this is, you know, because you have O negative blood. And she's like, oh, okay. And I knew I had O negative blood because I've donated blood before. And so they gave me a card, and that was, and they call me fucking every week asking me to donate again. But anyway, so she told me, we were talking about something during the pregnancy, and I said, oh, like, have you had your RhoGAM shot yet? And she's like, I don't need that. And I was like, no, you do. Yes, you actually really need it. And she's like, no, like my blood type is different than yours. I talked to the doctor about it. And I was like, you did? I was like, does that mean that somebody cheated on somebody? And she said, no, that doesn't mean that at all. And I was like, oh, I really thought that it did. Like I absolutely thought that, you would have the same blood type as your sibling, but I guess that it's like a Punnett square or whatever, where the options are Punnett square with fucking goats and sheep. You know, you remember the science lesson. I know you know.
Detención de inmigración.
So in order to get transferred to immigration, you're going to need to either have someone come down to the jail with $1,000 or go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer.
Entonces, para que lo puedan trasladar con inmigración va a tener que conseguir que alguien pague los $1,000 aquí mismo o tiene que conseguir a una agencia de fianzas o a un abogado.
If you do that, you'll be transferred to immigration and you can avoid deportation if you can show the immigration authorities you have a legal right to be in the country.
Si lo hace, lo van a trasladar con migración y pudiera evitar que lo deporte si les puede constatar a esas autoridades que tiene derecho legal de estar en el país.
If you're not legally here, you may still be able to avoid deportation in certain circumstances, but you would need to talk to an immigration lawyer to get further information on your options.
Ahora, si no está legalmente aquí, aún así pudiera evitar que lo deporten en ciertas circunstancias, pero para esto tendría que consultar con un abogado de inmigración o un experto de inmigración para que le pueda dar más informes y le pueda presentar las opciones que tendría.
There are a lot of lawyers that practice both criminal and immigration law. You may want to hire a lawyer that does both.
Hay muchos abogados que ejercen derecho penal y derecho de inmigración. Podría ser que querrá usted contratar a un abogado que ejerce los dos.
Lastly, if someone comes down to the jail with the full $1,000, you'll be transferred to immigration, and you need to be aware that if you don't show up for your court dates, you will lose that money, whether you're deported or not.
Por último, si usted consigue que alguien venga y pague los $1,000 en efectivo de su fianza, lo van a trasladar con inmigración, y debe saber que si no vuelve a comparecer a sus citas como debe hacerlo, va a perder ese dinero, lo deporten o no.
If you do show up for your court dates, you'll get your money back.
Well, I think, to be fair, that so in the side chat, we're talking about O negative bloods, and then there's also there was a thing about needing blood type on your marriage license for a while. That, I think, was a lot about marriage into families or something like that. But because your marriage license doesn't really affect what happens medically. And here's the thing, even if you go to the doctor right now, like if I went to have a baby right now and I said, okay, so how it basically works is this: until recently, when they determined this O negative, like this ROGAM shot that they created from some Australian man's blood, like he somehow had this natural antibody in his blood that made it so that your blood doesn't fight the baby's blood. Prior to that, what would often happen is women who were younger and got pregnant for the first time might go through their entire pregnancy without the blood of theirs and the baby mixing until birth. At birth, the effects of the O negative difference, the rhesus incompatibility, would be a lot like not noticed as much. And so what would often happen, because the baby's out already, but the next pregnancy, your body already has that antibody or that thing created in it. And so you would probably likely miscarry on further pregnancies. But if your blood mixes with the baby's blood, it can result in losing the baby if you don't have the shot. And like I said, this guy in Australia, they somehow figured out that his blood, and this I don't understand, because again, in Canada, like the blood donation system is anonymous, so they wouldn't be able to trace back whose blood it was. There shouldn't be able to. But there, I guess they noticed that his blood was special for this reason and prevented women from miscarrying. And so he personally donated for years until they were able to create a synthetic version, which is what most people get these days.
The end of the case.
Ahora, si vuelve a comparecer a todas sus citas, sí se le puede reembolsar el dinero cuando se termine de procesar el caso.
All right, Mr. Dominguez, do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Oh, but what I was gonna say is it's so important and serious and life-threatening if you as the mother have O negative blood that they don't let you they don't trust that you know who the father is, first of all. So let's say you're like, no, my husband has O negative blood too. Well, they don't let you just be cool with that. They're like, nah, we're gonna give you the shot anyways. So I know, longest intro ever. I'm the worst host. Easily the worst.
Señor Domínguez, ¿usted desea pedir que el juzgado le proporcione abogado de oficio o va a contratar abogado por su cuenta?
De oficio no tenemos dinero para las multas y ahí no.
Okay.
Pero
The
la multa se pagaría con, o sea, porque pues va a venir mi sobrino a pagarla, pero pues no sé.
Okay, he says the court-appointed attorney, because he doesn't have any money. But how could he pay that fine? Because his niece was gonna try to come pay, so I don't know, he says.
Your niece or somebody, one of your family members could come bring a cashier's check or cash down to the Travis County Jail to post bond.
Su sobrina o quien sea puede venir a esta cárcel del condado de Travis con el dinero en efectivo o con cheque cajero o de giro para pagarlo.
If they don't have a full 1,000, they can go through a bail bond company.
Si no tienen los $1,000 enteros, pueden usar los servicios de una agencia de fianzas.
Make sure you show up for all your court dates.
Asegúrese de volver a comparecer en el juzgado a todas sus próximas citas.
Any questions?
Preguntas.
Sí, para la multa sí la
I'm sorry, let me ask for repetition. Señor, repita de nuevo en voz alta.
sí, lo de la multa sí lo pagamos.
Yes, about the fine. We'll pay it.
Okay.
My new apron's already dirty, but isn't it cute though? And it's got pockets. I fucking love pockets in an apron, but it's dirty because guess what? I need it. Because that's the way it is. Okay. I was just thinking, I'm gonna make smash burgers and I'm so excited about it.
All right.
Bien.
You'll have an opportunity to use the phone a little bit to call your family.
Bueno, se le va a dar la oportunidad de usar el teléfono en breve para que llame a su familia.
Alexandra Desiree Martinez. Habla inglés? You don't need an interpreter?
Oh.
No? All right. Anyone else who needs an interpreter before I let go of the translator?
¿Hay alguien más que necesite intérprete al español antes de despedir a la intérprete?
No? All right. Thanks a lot, Catalina.
You're welcome. Thank you, Honor.
All right. Alexandra Desiree Martinez, you have 3 charges, 3 first-degree felony charges.
Whoa, buddy, you are so fast. Oh my God. You guys, what I really want is, I guess they call it a pinafore apron. Yes. I'm such a weirdo. I really want a pinafore apron, but that's good enough for now. Catalina wine mixer. Did we hear the charges already? Okay, we're gonna go with the first one. We'll listen to it. Get ready, because what's gonna happen is on the next one, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna guess the crime and see what they're in here for. He is so fast through some of these, so we might miss some of them, but we'll see how we do. Also, hi, Sean. Thanks for being here.
First-degree felony for aggravated kidnapping involving bodily injury to another. First-degree felony for aggravated kidnapping involving a demand of ransom or reward, and a first-degree felony for engaging in organized criminal activity. Your bond amounts on each case is $250,000. Total amount of your bond, $750,000. If you were to go through a bail bond company and they were willing to do it for 10%, it'd be around 75,000. You'll have an opportunity to use a phone when you get back to your jail cell to call your friends or family and bond out. If you do post bond and get out of jail, Ms. Martinez, one of the conditions of your release is you're required to report to a supervision officer while your case is pending. So when you get out of jail, you'll have a piece of paper with the name and number of a person that you need to contact within the next 24 hours after your release, and you need to report in whenever they require. Sometimes they may have you just call in, other times they may have you report in person. Just follow their directions. That is in addition to any reporting requirements you may have with a bail bond company, okay? In addition to that, you're not allowed to have any contact at all with the alleged victim in this case, not by phone, text message, email, nothing. And lastly, you're required to have a GPS monitor installed on your leg in jail before you're released so that the police know where you are at all times. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed. Do you have any questions? All right, good luck.
So I didn't qualify for PR bond, right?
What?
I for PR bond.
No, the personal bond is
PR?
not allowed on an.
Did she just, okay, first of all, this is a woman. These are crazy charges for a woman. Second, did she just fucking ask after he gave her a fucking $750,000? Did she not do the math? PR bond? No. What? Like, is this a joke? Oh my God.
Aggravated kidnapping charge, and if it was, I would not be inclined to do it under the circumstances. Talk to your lawyer, though. Your lawyer can get involved to try to advocate on your behalf. Right. Samaria Wesley, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor driving while license invalid. Your bond amount's $1,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to be released today for free. You need to make sure you show up for all your court dates, okay? Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
No.
You're going to hire your own lawyer?
I'll
You're going to need a lawyer when you go to court. Do you have the money to hire one or do you want to request a free lawyer? Do you have any questions? Good luck. Marissa Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor driving while intoxicated. Your bond amount set at $2,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to be released for free today. Make sure you show up for court. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Hire your own lawyer? Okay. Do you have any questions? All right, good luck. Sabre LaShawn Victorian. Miss Victorian, you're charged with a Class A misdemeanor driving while intoxicated. Your bond amount set at $3,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. You're going to need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer to get out. Bail bondsman, if they're willing to do it for 10%, would be around $300. One of the reasons is that you apparently have a warrant out of Colorado Springs as it is for a failure to appear on some other charge that you had previously bonded out on. And so you're going to need to post bond. If someone comes down with the full 3,000, you'll get your money back at the end of the case where you can go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer. If you do post bond and get out of jail, Miss Victoria, and you have two other conditions you need to comply with besides showing up. That is, first of all, you're required to install an ignition interlock device on your vehicle. Do you know what that is? Breathalyzer machine. You're required to install that device within 3 days of your release from jail. So once you post bond, you have 3 days to install that device. You cannot drive any vehicle at all until it's installed. So you have an incentive to get it installed as soon as possible. And you'll have 3 days from your release to set up an appointment with Travis County Pretrial Services and set up an appointment with them so they can talk, walk you through this process and answer any questions you have. The number will be attached to your paperwork when you get out. On top of that, Ms. Victorian, you are required to be screened for alcohol counseling. You'll have a piece of paper telling you where to do the screening. You need to go to whatever classes they recommend, okay? Besides that, show up for all your court dates, okay? Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Do you have any questions? All right, good luck. Tanya Watchman. Ms. Watchman, you are charged with a
Finally, I caught one. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think Miss Watchman is the back row top. Second in. Looks a little bit like me from this area. Let's go ahead and it's time to guess the crime, ladies and gentlemen. Time to guess the crime. It's a second degree something. I think that's what he said. But of course, he's going so fast. I'm having a hard time figuring it out. I mean, honestly, the first lady has me shooketh to begin with. Just a little crazy. Yeah, DUI, drugs, these are good options. I think that it's possible to walked up to a drive-through window. Oh, yeah, that can get you arrested. Petty larceny, second degree driving with a suspended license while having a dream catcher obstructing your vision. I like it. I like that one. Oh, you guys are too funny. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But hi, Jay.
Second degree felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Your bond amount set at $7,500. Now, you're not going to get a personal bond. The law does not allow a personal bond on an aggravated assault charge. If you go through a bail bond company, they'll often charge around 10%. In this case, it'd be around $750. If you do post bond and get out, you are required to comply with an emergency protective order in your case. I'll explain what that means. This is for the protection of Jeremy, and it prohibits you from doing four things. First of all, you're prohibited from committing family violence against him, which is already illegal. Second of all, you're prohibited from communicating with him or members of his household or family in a threatening or harassing manner. So if you talk to him over the phone or in some other way, you just need to be careful how you communicate with him, okay? Thirdly, you are of his address at 8436 Jamestown Drive. You cannot go within 200 yards of that address. You also can't go within 200 yards of his work address at 1530 FM 973 in Taylor. You cannot go within 200 yards of either one of those addresses. Now, I know you may have some personal belongings at that home address. If you do, you need to have someone else go there and get your stuff for you and bring it to you. You cannot go within 200 yards of that address. Lastly, you're prohibited from carrying a firearm or ammunition. This protective order is going to last for 2 months, 2.5 months till May 15th. You're going to get a copy of it. Make sure you read it and comply with it, because if you were to violate it, it is punishable by up to a year in jail, okay? I'm going to need you to sign this. Come on up here. I'm going to have you sign this paper. By signing this, you're not admitting guilt on anything. All you're doing is acknowledging that I've notified you of the conditions of the protective order.
Thank you.
Do you have friends or family that can help bond you out?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you want a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, please. I
Okay.
can change that later, right?
You can, if you decide to hire your own lawyer later, they can substitute in for the court-appointed lawyer. All right. What? 7,500, 10% would be $750.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's hypothetical at the moment, but Jody, but I'm working on making those for merch. Keep an eye out.
Megan Chamberlain. Miss Chamberlain, you're charged with.
What is Miss Chamberlain charged with? Let's guess the crime. Terrible singer, Paisley. Guess the crime. I don't know who it is. I can't. He's too quick. He doesn't care. He doesn't seem to care. The other lady's like, wave. But yeah, there's a total difference, right? Oh, okay. Now they're coming in. These are all pretty good guesses. Oh, Lana, very, very possible. Very possible too, Bev. Yes, 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 yes. No more Bevs.
Say a number of charges. You have a third-degree felony, evading arrest or detention in a motor vehicle with a bond amount of 15,000. You have a state jail felony, possession of controlled substance with a bond amount of 3,000. You have another state jail felony, possession of controlled substance for a different substance with a bond amount of 3,000. And then you have a Class A misdemeanor, unlawful use of a criminal instrument or possession of a criminal instrument. Your bond amount on that is 7,500. So the total amount of your bonds is $28,500. You're not going to get a personal bond. You need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer to get out. A bail bondsman, if they want to do it for 10%, be around 2,800 or so. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed? All right. Do you have any questions? No? All right, good luck.
I think a criminal instrument is either a tool to break into a car, a credit card skimming machine, a type of machine that would be able to like re-key car keys. Yeah, that's what I think. Like actual tools that someone might use to commit crimes. But also they sometimes use instrument in financial senses, and so it could be like a credit card or a false document. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. Yes, yes.
All right, Selena Dodson. Ms. Dodson, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor leaving the scene of an accident. Your bond amount set at $2,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You can be released today for free. Make sure you show up for court. Do you want a court-appointed attorney? Do you have any questions? All right, good luck. Marissa Ann Lopez.
Marissa Ann Lopez. I love all these answers, you guys. Because saw the steel cat converters, possibly. Okay, let's guess the crime. Oh, something in my eye. It's makeup. I know what it is. I put it there. I put it in my eye. Okay. I think that this girl, I don't know who it is. I think it's the furthest one. Hi, Patrick. We're trying to guess what this person did to get arrested. He's whipping through these ladies so fast, which is really good. Hector thinks a DV. Put your guesses in the chat. Oh my God, Bev. I love your mind. I love your mind. Oh, hair whipping. Wow. Wow. I think it is, in fact, trespassing. That's what I'm going with. La trespassing. No more bets. No more bets. No.
You're charged with a Class B misdemeanor theft charge.
Oh, that sounds like misdemeanor theft. Stole a pickle from Walmart.
Second. Your bond amount set at $3,000. You're not.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're going to keep a bat in your car, keep a ball and a glove in your car too. That's all I have to say. Oh, was it 3,000? I thought it was petty. Was it $3,000? Well, you know what? I don't know. Pickles could be bougie as fuck.
Not going to get a personal bond because you're already out on bond on 2 other theft cases as it is. You can need to go through a bail bondsman or come up with the cash or go through an attorney. Bail bondsman, if they want to do it for 10%, will be $300. If you do post bond and get out of jail, Ms. Lopez, you're required to stay away from the Target over at 8601 Research Boulevard. You can't go on that property. You understand that? You understand that? You want a court-appointed attorney? Do you have any questions? Good luck. Winston Abbott.
Here.
Mr. Abbott, you're charged with a state jail felony possession of controlled substance with a bond amount of $3,000. And you're also charged with a Class B misdemeanor driving while intoxicated with a bond amount of $2,000. Total amount of your bond's $5,000. However, I am going to do personal bonds in your cases. You can be released today for free. You need to make sure you show up for all your court dates. You do have 2 conditions you need to comply with besides showing up for court, Mr. Abbott. First of all, you're required to be screened for the drug court program. That is a rehab program that if you were to complete it, it would result in dismissal of the felony drug charge. You're not required to do the program. It's very intensive. It requires a lot of commitment to stay clean, but you are required at least to be screened for the drug court program to see if it's an option for you. Second of all, whether or not you do rehab, you are required to be screened for some type of drug counseling. When you get out of jail today, you can have a piece of paper telling you where to go to do that screening. You need to go to whatever classes or group meetings they require. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
The court appointed.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Michael Rogers?
All right, guess what Michael Rogers did? Do it fucking quick, please. We have members only after this tonight. And then smash burgers later on for me. What? He done their drugs. Oh, Ed. Believe me. The mouse is so annoying. I think that this guy did break in somewhere. I think. Let's listen. Also, I gotta go grab something, so I'm gonna put it on full screen and let it play for a minute.
Rogers? You're charged with a Class B misdemeanor leaving the scene of a collision. You have 2 of those for a Class B misdemeanor leaving the scene of collision. Bond amounts on each case is $3,000. Total amount of your bond is $6,000. However, I am going to do personal bonds in your cases. You're going to be released today for free. Make sure you show up for court. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Hire your own? All right. Do you have any questions? All right. Good luck. Alex Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, you have 3 charges. You have a second-degree felony possession of controlled substance with a bond amount of $25,000. It's possession of controlled substance with intent to deliver. You also have a third-degree felony evading arrest or detention in a motor vehicle with a bond amount of $25,000. And you have a third-degree felony tampering with evidence with a bond amount of $10,000. Your bonds are what they are because you're already out on bond on a whole bunch of other felonies as it is, and we're now right back here on 3 more. Total amount of your bonds on these 3 cases is $60,000. You're not going to get a personal bond. Bail bondsman, if they're willing to do 10%, be around $6,000. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer? Court-appointed. Do you have any questions?
I do. Can I still bond out?
Yeah.
Like, with the other bonds?
You can still post bond and bond out. Now, the district judge that's presiding over your other cases will be notified of this new arrest, and that judge does have the option to revoke your bond due to you getting in more trouble. So that's something you can discuss with your lawyer. Your lawyer can go argue your side of the story on and things with the judge presiding over your pending cases. Okay? All right. Good luck. Gene Mays. Mr. Mays, you're charged with a Class A misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon. Your bond amount set at $2,000. However, I'm going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to be released for free. Make sure you show up for court. Do you want a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
Sir.
Good luck. Darrell Perryman, charged with a second-degree felony possession of controlled substance. Bond amount set at $15,000. However, I am going to do a personal bond in your case. You're going to be released today for free based on your promise to come to court. You're getting grace to get a personal bond. You're already out on bond on a DWI from 2 years ago, but I noticed you've been going to all your court dates. Is that correct?
Sir.
You've been staying in touch with your attorney?
Sir.
So you're going to get a personal bond. Don't get in any more trouble.
Yes, sir.
Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Court appointed.
Do you have any questions?
Sir.
Good luck. Mario Shannon, you're charged with a second-degree felony, possession of controlled substance with intent to deliver, with a bond amount of $12,000. You have a state jail felony, delivery of marijuana, the bond amount of $8,000, and a third-degree felony, unlawful carrying of a weapon, of a firearm by a person convicted of a family violence offense, with a bond amount of $8,000. The total amount of your bonds is $28,000. You are not going to get a personal bond. You're already out on bond on 2 other felonies and 6 other misdemeanors. You need to go through a bail bondsman or a lawyer to get out. Bail bondsman, if they're willing to do it for 10%, be around $2,800. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own? You want to court it on this?
I think if you give me a court when it's gonna go to when it's already assigned to my other case.
Yeah, the same attorney will end up getting assigned to these cases.
All right.
Any questions? And you're charged with a state jail felony, unlawful delivery of a simulated controlled substance. Bond amount set at $5,000 on that, on both. Total amount of your bonds.
Is it better now? Also, did he just say simulated substance? That's a weird charge too. That's a weird charge too. I think that's what he said though. Jesus Christ, Paisley. Jesus Christ, Paisley. Simulated controlled substance, right? I'm pretty sure that's where I said. I'm pretty sure I just dropped this over here and it started a fire, but that's not really true. Okay. We're just getting through this and then we have members only. After this, it's gonna be so fucking fun. Make sure you remember. Weird charge. Weird charges.
10,000. I am going to do personal bonds in your cases. You can be released today for free today. You need to make sure you show up for court and not get in any more trouble. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Court appointed.
Do you have any questions?
Sir.
One other thing, Mr. Terry, you also have 2 traffic tickets from last year for driving without insurance and driving without a license. I'm not going to hold you in jail on those. Additional piece of paper telling you where you need to show up for traffic court to deal with those traffic tickets. You don't need a lawyer for that, although you can hire one if you want, but you do need to show up. Do you understand that? It's a totally different court date and courthouse than your drug cases. Okay? Any questions? Anyone whose name I did not call? All right. Make sure you show up for all your court dates, obey your bond conditions, stay out of trouble. Good luck.
Thank Did you guys hear the judge? He said, obey all your bond conditions, go to all your court dates, and have a good time. No, seriously. I had a good time tonight. That was a weird sort of get back into it. Now that I'm back up and running, we can expect live streams all week, and also some fun other things as well. But look at how from the beginning of the live stream to now, which was only like an hour, look at how much less curly my hair is. It's like straightening out as we speak. I put a fuck ton of hairspray in it. Like it is not, my hair is just not what it wants. It does not want to be curly. It doesn't. I want it to be. It doesn't want to be. Anywho, you guys are awesome. We are going to go ahead and have a members only. Like I said, it's going to be a mismatch of different things, and then we will. It's going to be fun. So, I'll play the outro. Remember, oh, Angel, you are a little bit late. Are you a member? Because we are going to continue the party. I think it's going to be in like, I think about 25 minutes. Oh, thank you, MB. But welcome, Angel Eyes. Thanks for being here. We just finished, but we are on our way out. Join us tomorrow, yeah. Or you can become a member and then join us later. It doesn't really matter. Might be a bad first members only because it's going to be a little bit all over the place. But thank you so much for being here. Please like the video and listen to my cool outro. Oh, I have to say it too. I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.